Hey guys, so as you can see, I got a tattoo. I've already got a few tattoos, so this isn't actually officially my first tattoo. This would be my fourth tattoo. So, yeah, this is a long awaiting tattoo because I've always wanted a tattoo. It's just like when to get it and stuff, and then I finally decided to book it and everything. There was a little bit of hassle, not a little bit of hassle. It was trying to fix it around work, and the day they booked it, I had to like quickly message the schedule manager saying, "Please, can you put me on an evening or overnight shift?" And he just gave me today the day off, so that's cool. So first off, you're probably thinking the most highest question that every person with a tattoo has: did it hurt? Now, yes, it was pretty painful. This is the first tattoo I've had, which is in quite detail, in a lot of detail, so it did hurt a bit. It did get really, really painful near the end. It started because obviously then he's gone over it a few times, so it's starting to get really red raw sore. But I managed to get through. I might actually do a video on how to get through the pain because, like, it's funny because when everyone like tattoos me and everything, they're like, because usually I don't, because a lot of people squirm and everything. I literally just lied there and it was like, wow, you're like, it's very rare you get somebody who just lies there and doesn't like squeal or, you know what I mean, like move around and stuff. But like, there's no point doing that because you're just going to make the situation worse. It's not going to make the pain go away. But I might actually do a separate video on how to deal with tattoo pain and everything. So this tattoo cost me 80 quid, so I had to put a £40 deposit and then pay the rest after I had the tattoo done. So yeah, it's all right price. I mean, it did take, I'm guessing, because my appointment was 2:30. He decided to draw it freehand on me instead of like having a stencil. I say probably started tattooing me at like 2:45, and he must have finished around let me think, around 3:45, something like that. So is that like an hour and a bit? I don't know, guys. Work it out yourself. I'm really slow, but it did feel like forever. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, you know, it's gonna be painful. Is it the most painful place I've ever had it like done? Like, I had my foot tattoo. Didn't think that was painful. Like, for my first tattoo, I had a foot tattoo. Didn't think it was painful. The only issue with that was the aftermath because I was at college and my foot just, it'll go down over the weekend and it'll swell back up again because I'm walking on my feet, obviously. That was a mistake doing it. Instead of doing it like around the holiday time, but because it was my 18th, I wanted to get it done like as soon as. So yeah, my wrist was pretty painful, but I think I'm going to say it's a hard one. It's a choice between my stomach tattoo, which I regret because it's got my ex's name on, or my wrist tattoo. I'm going to probably say my stomach tattoo because that was pretty painful. Maybe it was so painful because someone was trying to tell me something like, this is a stupid mistake ever. Basically, a short story between that is he got his tattoo of my name on his neck. Like, yeah, on his neck, like full on his neck, viewable on his neck. So I felt bad if I didn't get a tattoo to show my dedication. So I got a tattoo and it'll, you know, we're not together anymore. Anyway, there's that. But overall, it's, you know, it's all right. It's pretty sore now. I have to keep it wrapped. Like, this is the issue. Like, different tattooists will have different views and everything like that. So some people will say there's a cling film method where you change it 2 to 3 times a day, but you keep it wrapped for 3 days, and then they say then it's like healed enough to keep it out in the open. That's basically to stop the tattoo from drying up, because when, you know, cuts and everything dry up, that's when you scab it. You don't really want a tattoo to scab. There's that way. Other people say you shouldn't do it that way. It harbours bacteria and stuff like that. I've done it 2 ways. The cling film one is good just because when you wake up the next day, you've not got ink all over your sheets. Because obviously, because it's so raw, it's still leaking like your plasma stuff, and it's obviously mixed in with things and it gets stuck to sheets and stuff like that. So I understand why the cling film method was, you know, it worked. So I'll probably do that again for this tattoo. The only thing I would say is it kind of makes the skin that's underneath the cling a little bit like wrinkly, a bit like, you know, when you've been in the bath for too long and your skin starts to wrinkle. It turns it a little bit like that. But I might just have it where I have the cling film on overnight. But it's always best just to follow your tattooist, because if anything goes wrong, you go to them, they will always ask you, did you follow the care sheet or did you follow whatever I told you? And if you say no, then they're less likely to sort of want to help you because you didn't follow them. Whereas if you followed their what's it, then, you know what I mean? Like when people ask for advice and say, people say, whoever told you that, don't do it. Like, do it this way, still do it what the tattooist says it, because as I said, the tattooist will be a bit funny if you go to them and something goes wrong and you've not followed it. Whereas if you followed what they've said and something goes wrong, they're more likely to, you know, want to help you. Whereas if you've not followed what they've said, they're like, well, that's the reason why it's gone wrong, that sort of thing. But yeah, I really like it. It's really sore at the minute. But yeah, as I said, it was pretty painful, stuck in there. But yeah, like, not as painful as my foot tattoo. My foot tattoo will always be the tattoo that just didn't hurt the most. But yeah, that's it for this like video. I will obviously do like a follow up once it's all healed and everything like that. But yeah, so bye guys.